Howdy there, Sol here, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Ultimate Ironman. Wow. I know it's been like over a month, or I guess around a month since I started this account, but to be on episode 8 feels kind of strange. Getting back into this whole YouTube thing. Anyways, I am on my way to finish Priest in Peril at the moment, and that'll hit us a pretty good milestone for the account, and a very important one going forward. The plan for this episode is to use most of these supplies if I'm able to, and that will involve doing a few more quests and possibly getting sidetracked by something else as well. I don't know what that something else is yet, but it'll probably happen. So the general scope of the plan right now is to use Guams and attack potions. That's a good chunk of XP. Use Terroman to make Serum 207, I think it's called, from the Shades of Morton quest, which will of course require us to do that. Then use the Herolander, along with the chocolate dust that we'll get from chocolate bars from the Culinaromancer's chest, to make energy potions, which we can use for future quests, if we even want to, because that might just take up inventory space. Then we're going to cut sapphires, hopefully make jewelry out of them, same with the emeralds. However, doing some calculations, it seems like we'll be about 4,000 XP short of 40 smithing if we do the Giant Dwarf, Elemental Workshop 1 and 2, and possibly another quest I'm forgetting, as well as smelt all the silver ore. And that's really all the XP we have at our immediate disposal right now. So we may have to employ a bit of a more crude method just to finish off that last 4,000 XP, which might be a bit of a grind, but I don't think it'll be that terrible overall. And that'll get us to 40, allowing us to use the gold to make the jewelry that we want to from the sapphires and emeralds that we're going to cut. So that's the overarching goal for this episode. We'll see how long that takes and whether or not we can squeeze anything else in, or see if anything random happens, like clue scrolls, etc., even though we're not going to be killing anything really, so that's unlikely to happen. But anyways, this should, I believe, finish off Priest in Peril. Yep. And get us to 43 prayer. Pretty solid and very important going forward to have all of the protection prayers. Melee being, one of the more important ones, since if you can't safe spot something, you need to protect from it. So yeah, on with the rest of the episode. I'm going to get rid of this pure essence, since this quest is pretty much the only reason we were keeping it as well. So for those that haven't seen UIM Herblore at work, this is pretty much what I'll be doing. I'll be taking herbs out of the note, taking vials, combining them, taking the secondary, combining them, and then dropping the potions in between that, because I don't think these are worth that much anyways. Yeah, G average is 2. Like, that's something else, honestly. Oh, I guess, wow, Guam's only 12. I guess I'm used to other game prices where they're like 500 or 1,000 or something like that. So yeah, it'll get more saddening if we have to drop, brews or something in the future. But we can always note things that we want to keep for a long time at the Grand Exchange. But that'll be something for the future. For now, I'm just gonna do these up and then probably get back every level or so. There's 21. 22. 23. 20. Oh, whoops. 4. 25. Now clean an hour. Though the only potion you can make is defense, I think, so that's garbage. 26. 27. And I think that should be the last level that we're going to get from attack potions. These XP randoms are just falling from the sky now. Another rune crafting book. Instead of a lamp, I guess. Up to 11. Whoop. Alright, here comes the end of Nature Spirit. Good chunk of XP all around. Should be a couple of levels gotten there as well. 26 crafting, 32 defense, and 30 hit points. Alright, there is Shades of Morton done, and the reason we did this, we didn't technically need to finish, but that unlocks the ability to make Serum 207 with Terroman and Ashes. I have a plan for Ashes, but I'm not sure it's gonna work out yet. That'll be something I look into in the future. Probably be going to bed soon though, so that's that, I guess. Gonna go ahead and teleport. Yeah, we got up to 28 crafting and 29 herblore from that. Oh yes, we have hit the jackpot here, boys and girl. So this right here will be the plan for Ashes. And I'm probably just gonna slam this out right now, honestly. I should probably go to bed, but screw that, man. There's Ashes all around. Who knows when it's gonna be this good? Probably always. I'm just never gonna be at the Grand Exchange. Oh well. There's no dialogue for these, no make X dialogue, but fortunately, once you use the first one, it does go ahead and make all of them. There's 30 herblore. There's 31. I decided on a strategy of like making part of a batch and then, or getting unfinished potions, picking up ashes, making them, picking up more ashes, and then kind of doing it over here. Seems a bit faster. Just missed 32 herblore and 800 total level. Not bad. 33. We are ending our Serum 207 endeavor at 34 herblore, just shy of, oh, about halfway to 35 actually. But we do have 128 Harrowlanders left, which I still think I'm going to be making energy potions out of. I forgot they only heal 10 run energy. I thought it was 20. So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to actually use them, but I may end up still trying to save them somehow if I can be bothered with that. I may end up using the silver and gold first just to free up some more inventory space, and I might be able to drop the runes at that point as well. But in order to not make this in order to make this not a huge pain, I have to do some more recipe for disasters so I can buy more than one chocolate bar at a time. That'll be a thing for tomorrow though, because it's kind of late here and I should probably get to bed. Here is Jungle Potion finished. Not necessary for any of what we are doing, but we managed to pick up an easy Karamja task along the way, and it was a nice easy quest for a little bit of herblore XP that we'll need to do anyways, so might as well do it. I'm gonna go ahead and pay 10k to have my house moved to Relica, because that'll be very convenient for the giant dwarf, which I am hoping to do, but if it ends up being too annoying, I'll revisit it at another time. Oh, and we don't have 40 magic yet, but we are nearing it, and we should get it from quest-related combat here shortly. Decided to come over here and pick up some coal for Elemental Workshop and knock out a task or two as well. I've decided I'm just going to go ahead and clean up these tasks wherever I can. I'm not going to update every time, but in the future if my tasks are filled out, it's just because I did it while it was easy and on the way to something else. And here is Elemental Workshop 1 finished. People have always hated this quest series. Honestly, I've done it like 6 or 7 times now. So maybe I'm a little numb to it, but I don't think it's that bad. Up to 32 crafting and 32 smithing. Pretty nice how that worked out. And we are just going to go ahead and do the next one here shortly as well. Oh, we also ended up picking 40 magic up from that, so we can officially teleport to our house. There's Dwarf Ganon finished. Just doing this on the way to and like in between getting stuff for Elemental Workshop. And this should be the end of Elemental Workshop 2. The helmet, please. There we go. Up to 36 smithing, 36 crafting. Coming right along. Another genie coming in hot. Putting us up to 12 rune crafting. This goes pretty easy. I also completely forgot you could ride the minecart from the Grand Exchange, so I may have just wasted money moving our house to Relica and might end up moving it somewhere else, but maybe not for a while. I accidentally recorded a bit there, I think, but there's the giant dwarf. This quest gives a lot more XP than I remember it giving. It's like 10.5k total here, which is pretty crazy across a variety of skills. Of course, some of that's wasted on fire making, but alright, a few levels going up here, smithing and mining. And that was the last quest we wanted to do for smithing XP, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use this silver ore and be back in a bit. I was going to use the furnace in Edgeville because I thought you needed a diary for this. Furnace in Edgeville? Did I say Edgeville twice? I was going to use the furnace in Alcarid, but I didn't realize that you could use this furnace without a diary. So I was getting like prepped to do the diary and everything like that, but then realized that in testing this that you didn't need a diary, which I thought was kind of weird. Kind of invalidates the entire Alcarid furnace, doesn't it? Anyways, 37 crafting. On with the rest of it. 38 crafting. 39 crafting. 38 smithing. We've just finished off the last of the silver bars, almost 400 of them, I think it was. Wound up with 42 crafting and just shy of 39 smithing. So, pretty much an entire level to go to bridge the gap between the silver and gold ore that we have, and then we'll be able to cut our sapphires, make some of them into, I think bracelets have the highest alch value, then use the 114 gold on emerald bracelets, and alch those as well, low alch I mean, since we're not quite at high alch level. And that is slightly profitable, and it'll get us some nice magic XP to boot. But before that, getting ahead of myself, we need to go ahead and finish off 40 smithing. And the way that we're going to do that is by hopping around here and fixing these struts, which the wiki says is pretty good for Ultimate Ironman and is realistically the best way for us to get to 40 right now. So there's 39 straight off the bat. I have no idea if the worlds or if the hop thing is still happening because I accidentally disabled the warning when I meant not to, so if I get kicked off for a long time, that'll be on me, I guess. And with this last strut, that will be 40 smithing. Didn't take too long altogether. I'm not a huge fan of hop-intensive methods though, so we'll have to see whether I do this more in the future or not. If I even have to, that is. Now we're going to move on to the gold bars. Well, actually we're going to cut sapphires first, I suppose. Went ahead and bought 205 nature runes as well as the tools we need for crafting these bracelets. I'm going to cut 91 sapphires and probably just sell them to the general store or drop them even. And then I'll make bracelets with the rest, and that should leave me with 114 gold ore to make the emerald bracelets out of. There's our first crafting level of hopefully several. By the way, I'm not sure if this is macro efficient or whatever. I'm not really worrying about that with this series. I'm mostly just doing whatever I think is pretty fun or interesting or whatever. So like I think it's more interesting for me to use these supplies than to not worry about them and just go to charter ships and make glass or something. There's 41 magic. 44 crafting. I took a quick detour back to Alcarid to, not that one, pick up an enchant for, and other tools for a Ring of Dueling and a Games necklace. I'm not sure when I'll use these, but I have the slots open right now and might as well save myself the trouble of getting them later. They'll probably be useful for something, so might as well grab them, I figured. Here's 45 crafting, moving right along. There's a, 49 is, what is it called? Other, maybe? No. 45 is the bullseye lantern, I think. And that's either a requirement or very helpful for a couple of quests, so it would be nice to get there, but I don't think we're going to. Actually, I pretty much know for sure we're not going to. 46. 41 smithing, and we're going to follow it up with 42 magic. Alright, we just finished everything up at just shy of 47 crafting, as well as 41 smithing and 42 magic. So pretty nice overall. I'm satisfied with that. We also made a decent chunk of change, getting close to a mil again. So that's pretty nice. It was a little bit of profit for both the sapphire bracelets and the emerald ones to low out them, so that's pretty nice. I'm prepping for a few quests at the moment and figured I would stop and start doing super compost. You can do it very easily in Catherby with the pineapples from charter ships, and it gives 9 XP. It's like 8.5 per bucket you fill with super compost, so it's a nice early boost to farming, and you're going to need super compost anyway, so. There's fishing contest done. We were 24 fishing before, I think. So that took us to 27. Yeah, there we go. I love the fact that I can cast fire spells underwater. It's pretty nice. And comical. You know, the more I make videos, the more I realize how deadpan my delivery is. We're back for a pretty big update, coming in with 3 RFD subquests. Going to free Pirate Pete, the Dwarf, and the Goblin Generals. Make sure to use this very carefully, and we're going to see the XP come in. Any levels? Alright, fishing, crafting as well. 1 for the Dwarf. Oh, that gives Slayer XP. Oh, right, because we killed the Water Fiend. That explains it. I mean, even if you don't kill it, you get the Slayer XP, but that explains why you do. And this will give us a nice boost to farming. Straight up to 10 farming. Very nice. I don't know if that unlocks any more quests, but certainly, possibly, maybe, I don't know, gets us started on some other stuff, and definitely gets us closer to using some of our seeds. And now we can hopefully have enough chocolate bar stock to safely use our Harrowlanders up. And by safely, I mean relatively quickly. First level coming in shortly thereafter, 35 Herblore. Almost missed the rip, but there's 36 Herblore. 37 Herblore. And there's a nice milestone at 38 Herblore. We can now make prayer potions. And that is where we're going to end, at 38 Herblore. And I do believe I'm also going to end the episode here as well. My main goal was to finish out a few quests that would aid us in our goal of clearing up all the supplies we got from Wintertodt, and we did that. And that also keeps this episode self-contained in that I pretty much did this all in a single day, so it would feel wrong to I'm probably gonna have to go a few days with either very little or no gameplay, so I'll probably mostly just be planning stuff until the next time I get to do a long play session. So, with that being said, we now have 384 doses of energy potion, which equates to about 3,800 run percent. So, with that, I'm not sure what we'll do with it. I don't have any particular thing in mind. I am thinking about doing agility at some point quite soon, maybe after a couple more quests, in order to get graceful, because I believe that can be stored in the house. So I think that would just be a nice thing to get for the future and have permanently unlocked. Let's see, what else was I thinking about? I don't know. It feels, this episode felt very Ultimate Ironman-y. We did a lot of like specific things like potions. I don't even know if it was efficient, by the way, to go out of my way to note these instead of just dropping them. It may not have been, but instead of spending time worrying about it, I just did it, and now we have these if we can find a use for them. Looting bag has not changed since the last episode, but there it is, just as an update. Somehow this is all worth 11 mil, which I find hard to believe. I guess, yeah, a couple of these stacks are worth a few 100k each, and Renar seeds are ridiculously expensive in this game for some reason. Tomes and pages are all steadily declining. I think these were like 5k each at some point in the beginning of the series before that update came out, but nice to just look things over and reminisce a bit. Next time we die, we do have to remember to convert this into more pages, and we're actually getting close to the point that we can use that, so that might be nice. Not sure where it would be best used, though. Anyways, plan for next episode, do a few more quests, and possibly iron out some medium-term goals. If you've liked the episode, feel free to subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment. I read them all. Send me a message in game if you want my private sign for now. Unless it gets like crazy hectic, which I really don't see it being that way. And if domain is ever great enough in like the far future, then I'll open a friend's chat or something. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.